Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to Crusnik Sanctuary. I'm your host, Crusnik X. Alongside me is Arya Stormborn.
Yeah.
And we're back in Final Fantasy XIV for the Make It Rain campaign event of 2021. Now, I've done this already on my main character, Chris Valentine, and on several other characters that I usually use for streams like this. So unfortunately, I had
We
to...
had technical difficulties.
Yeah, I unfortunately didn't remember to unmute my mic. So, here we are right now on two characters we've both never used for a stream. Arya Stormborn is currently on her third alt account, Artemis Tsukimiko, and I am on the tune I only use to look cute and hug random people, and that is Mitsukuni Haninozuka.
Because Lalafels get away with shit.
Lalafels get away with everything. Except for Teleji Adeleji. We all know he didn't get away with his shit. But more on that later. Anyways, so, we're gonna do the, Make It Rain event. I've already unlocked, or I'm about to unlock, the gold saucer with Mitsukuni. Before we do, though, I do want to give a quick shout out to the following 4 people who were gracious enough to check out the channel and follow me in the last 24 days. First and foremost, Waffles00, thank you. Vlad Risen, who checked me out through TikTok. UK Camo, who checked me out last week, or earlier this week while I was doing PC Builder Sim as a little bit of a chill stream. And Manolia Meow, who followed me 6 hours ago.
Meow.
Thank you all for following me on Twitch TV. I really appreciate it. Anyway, let's get down to business. Don't you dare!
There's no Huns for us to defeat.
And there she goes. Freaking Disney princesses. Anyway.
Excuse you?
Nothing!
I didn't think so.
Anyway, so let's get down to the event. In order to do this quest, we're going to talk to Aliad over here and complete the level 15 quest, The Great Horn Heist. Beg pardon, my good sir, but might I ask your assistance with a matter most grave? My name is Olia, and I have the pleasure and honor of serving as one of Lord Mandeville's earnest attendants at the Gold Saucer. Just between you and me, I must confess that we're dealing with a bit of a situation at the moment. It appears that a robbery has taken place in the Saucer's hallowed halls. Why, the brass blades are investigating even as we speak. And as if that weren't bad enough, one of my closest friends and colleagues from among the Saucer's staff has been named the prime suspect. I can assure you that he is absolutely innocent of all charges. Why, the man wouldn't even think of committing a crime. That said, we are sadly lacking in incontrovertible evidence to that end, which is where you come in. Or at least, where I hope you come in. What say you, my friend? I realize the request is quite sudden, but might you be so kind as to entertain me? Oh, thank you, good sir. In that case, pray accompany me to the Mandeville Lounge, that I might explain to you the situation in full detail. Oh, but I've gotten ahead of myself. If you've yet to visit the Gold Saucer, you'll be needing a ticket for admission. In that case, I recommend you try speaking with that young man over there. He's been gloating endlessly of his winnings and seems to be in the mood to share his good fortune. In order to undertake this quest, you must first complete the quest It Could Happen to You, which can be undertaken at level 15. Well, luckily for us, I started that particular quest well in advance. So...
Wait.
What?
Who do I talk to?
The well-heeled youth, right here.
Okay.
And while I try and fail to jump over Rachel's bunny, I can jump as high as her head, but...
Okay.
Anyway, let's go.
The airship.
Yep, this way. Now, keep in mind, if you've done any sort of, any of the previous Make It Rain campaign events, there's different dialogue to be had, but unfortunately we're doing this on a character I hardly ever use unless I'm in the mood to hug random people, so...
Yes. Or I'm in the mood to shoot things.
But you don't want to shoot Mitsukuni.
I didn't say Mitsukuni. I said things.
Fair enough. Anyway, off to the gold saucer. And we get to see the cutscene that opens up the gold saucer. Okay, that has got to be somewhere in the Sagoli Desert. Seriously. And we never see this many NPCs in one place again. Sad to say we've only got a few days left to do this event at the time of this recording. On the plus side, this Friday we get to do Moonfire Fair.
Yay!
And we're here.
Ooh, sparkly.
Did you just get to the airship, or?
No, I just landed.
Ah. So you're still in the cutscene. Okay. I can do all these random quests when I'm bored. Ah, here she comes. I forget, since I'm playing on PS5, I get so much faster load times.
Yeah, spoiled.
There she is. Set to jet?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go. First and foremost, hang left. Alright. Next to Aetheryte Plaza. You coming, love?
Yeah?
You were right behind me, lass. Alright.
It took a left turn at Albuquerque.
You shouldn't have.
Well, I did.
Alright. You need to stop taking those left turns. I swear, sometimes you have 2 left feet.
Well, you'd never know, because you haven't taken me dancing.
Alright. Attune to Wonder Square West. That way we... Well, while my dear sweet girlfriend is running across, we might as well gauge the situation here. Alright, Arya, what do you got for me? Thank you so much for coming, my friend. Your offer of assistance means the world to me. Look over there. There you will see my dear friend Hugh in the process of being unceremoniously and brusquely interrogated by those boorish brass blades. Oh my god, try saying that 5 times fast.
Boorish brass blades, boorish brass blades, boorish brass blades. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to 3.
No, you got to 2.
I got to 3.
2. Anyway. Well, there's Hugh. You there! Can't you see we're in the middle of an investigation? It'd serve you well not to interfere. No. Who said anything about interfering? Hey, Roland! Welcome, dear guest, to the Gold Saucer. I am Roland, and I have the honor of overseeing day-to-day operations here in Lord Mandeville's stead. Now, if I might ask, whatever brings you here today? I see. In that event, your assistance in the matter is indeed most welcome. I trust my man Arya here has apprised you on the details of the case. Pray forgive me, Master Roland. I was just getting to that. A short while ago, an invaluable Sabotanda Emperador horn was stolen from the prize vault just behind our main counter. Needless to say, this area is guarded heavily and strictly off-limits to all customers. So it was that, naturally, the staff came under suspicion. In particular, poor Hugh, who had the misfortune of being the one manning the prize exchange booth at the precise time of the theft. Yeah, I swear I can talk. My friend swears he is innocent, of course, and a more honest man I have never known. Yet, in the absence of any evidence to the contrary, or any lead suggesting another possibility, the brass blades have all but assumed that he is the culprit. You see, although he is a most diligent worker and beloved by his peers, truth be told, it appears he was arrested for petty theft once, years ago. Still, that's no reason to assume he's to blame this time. It's unconscionable, I tell you. Why, if they persist with their interrogation, I fear Hugh will be coerced to confess to a crime he never committed. Oh, is there nothing that can be done? I too can speak for Hugh's character. The man would sooner lop off his own hand than steal even a single gill. Might we ask you to look into the matter and glean what evidence you may, that we might prove our trusted employee innocent of any wrongdoing? You have my gratitude. I will speak to the Brass Blades and inform them that you have our full permission to conduct your own investigation of the premises. And with that, I must return to my duties. I assume the matter is in good hands with you, Arya. Alright. So, what's first? Before I forget, I want you to have this. If you come across evidence or anything of interest in your search, pray record it in this inspector's journal. Should you ever find yourself at a loss, you may find it helpful to review what you have already learned. And with that, I do believe you have all you need to get started. If I might offer a word of advice, why not begin by questioning that rather flustered-looking fellow over there? Alright. We've got our first lead. Alright, buddy. What do you got for me? You inquire regarding any information potentially related to the incident in question. I was tasked with selling mini cockpot tickets and was standing behind the counter at the time of the crime. To think that something like this could happen here at the Gold Saucer. I said the same to Captain Dalus and Pipi Maya. They're the two brass blade officers questioning Hugh over there. But I don't recall anything out of the ordinary at the time. It's festival season, of course, which means that our halls are even more packed with customers than usual. But other than that, I can't think of anything worthy of note. Yet I guarantee you that no unauthorized persons were allowed to slip behind the counter. From my vantage point, I would have noticed in an instant if that were the case. Unsure whether or not the information you have gleaned will avail you, you nevertheless choose to record it in your journal. Alright. So what, is that all? Well, did you record the man's testimony in your journal? Yep. Excellent. Keep asking around and you're sure to arrive at the truth behind the incident in due time. And then, at long last, poor Hugh's innocence will be proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. Should you choose to undertake this quest, know that guidance from the journal, duty list, and map will be limited. You will need to read the text carefully and decipher the clues to determine your course of action. Scattered throughout the Gold Saucer are clues that will aid you in uncovering the identity of the thief. Obtain them by speaking to the denizens and customers of the Gold Saucer and investigating any suspicious items or locations. All information gleaned in your inquiry may be reviewed at any time by checking your inspector's journal, which can be accessed at any time from the key items menu. Use your resources well and see that the true culprit is brought to justice for their crimes. When you believe you've gathered all the information needed to crack the case, speak with Olier. From there, you will have a chance to share your deductions and prove the accused innocent. Alright. Shall we begin?
Okay.
Alright. So, essentially, this quest depends heavily on you knowing your way around the Gold Saucer and knowing what NPCs have been here before and who's new to the arrangements. Luckily for me, I've been to the Gold Saucer way too many times to count. Alright, here's the first of our inquiries. The brusque brass blade. You inquire regarding any information potentially related to the incident in question. Given its sheer size, we believe the thief is hidden the stolen horn somewhere around the premises, until such time as they can arrange to smuggle it out. But for the life of me, I can't find the goddamn thing anywhere. Unsure whether or not the information you have gleaned will avail you, you nevertheless choose to record it in your journal. Alright, I think... yeah, we've seen everything here. Let's move on to Wonder Square. Or Event Square, I should say. The biggest of the lot. There's some recruits over there. Let's see. Okay, I don't need to read this part. Around the time the robbery happened, I was just getting off active duty. I had a mind to go to the chocobo races with Pipi Maya, so I gave him a yell. Would you believe it? He just walked off to the racetrack as if he never heard me. Pipi Maya, you say? I'd heard his brother was known to place a few coins on the birds from time to time, but I never knew Pipi Maya had an interest as well. Still, for a friendly chap like old Pipi Maya to just ignore you like that, reckon he must have had a big bet on his mind, eh? Okay. Interesting. Does sound weird though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, if I remember correctly from the last time we aired this, yes, the astute attendant over here behind the Moogle's Paw machine.
Are you still in event?
Yeah. Head to the opposite side of the main stage, toward the Moogle's Paw. Past Cuffaker.
Yeah.
Here, I'll mark it on the map.
No, it's fine. I got it.
Alright, here's the astute attendant. Alright.
Have I noticed anything out of the ordinary, you ask? Well, now that you mention it, I doubt it has anything to do with the incident, but... My colleague who works at the cockpot board mentioned that his uniform had gone missing. I could scarce believe it. The man's a veteran, and as careful as anyone I know. We're instructed to guard those outfits with our lives, you know.
Bless you. Bless you again. Anyway.
We're instructed to guard those outfits with our lives, you know. If my colleague doesn't find his soon, Master Ronan is like to give him a chewing out like he'd never believe.
Alright. Alright, that's everything from down here. Let's head upstairs. To your left. Oh, I forgot that was even there. Seriously, totally forgot that was even there.
Are you kidding? That's like the best thing.
Yeah, I know. I just forgot, you know? And I say I know this place like the back of my hand. Anyway, here's the frantic attendant. You inquire about the missing uniform.
Shush! Have you lost your wits? Don't say that so loud! If anyone heard that I'd misplaced my uniform, why, there'd be hell to... Oh, I probably should quiet down myself. Needless to say, those uniforms are issued to official Gold Saucer staff alone. When not wearing them, we're instructed to guard them as if our lives depended on it. If it were to get out that I lost mine... Just before, I checked with the cleaning staff to make sure it wasn't accidentally disposed of somehow. The man said he'd seen nothing, nor have any articles of clothing been delivered to the lost and found. Oh, wherever could my uniform have gone?
Alright. So now we know about the uniform missing. Are there any more clues to be had? I don't think none on this floor. But just to be on the safe side, I'm going to do a full lap around. Yes, I know. Entries for the event are closed. Alright. That's everything in Event Square. Let's head over to Round Square. Oh, these two guys. Y'all need to get a room. If only this place were more like Foxwoods.
Where are you?
In Round Square.
Oh, there you are.
Alright, there's some attendance. Oh, whoops. I interrupted my own attunement. There we go. Alright. The effusive attendance. You inquire regarding any information potentially related to the incident. Yeah, we do. Have you met Pepe Maya? He's one of the brass blades investigating the theft for us, but he's no stranger to the gold saucer. Why, I've seen him at the chocobo races more than once. You sure that's not his brother? They're a spitting image of each other. And I hear it's the brother who's a regular patron here. They say he can rack up the MGP like you wouldn't believe. His brother, you say? Why, I didn't even know he had a brother. From what I saw, they could almost be twins. Ha! Someone needs to get around a bit more, it seems. Anyhow, the brother's a regular here if I ever saw one. Seeing the sheer single-minded devotion with which he attacks those games, I reckon he's got his eyes on an exclusive prize. Okay. Anything else over here? Nope. Alright. One more area to look at. Oh, hey, a brass blade officer.
Where'd you go?
I'm right at the end. I'm right
Oh,
at.
yeah. I see.
Alright, let's.
I think. Maybe.
Let's see. The investigation? Heh, we already know that sorry wretch named Hugh did it. I've got more interesting matters to think about. Say, have you heard any good rumors lately? PB Maya flat out ignored a friendly invitation and went off to the chocobo races alone, you say? That's something you don't hear every day. Never known the man to say no to anyone. Why, one time a new recruit started calling him Maya Peepee, and he didn't even bat an eyelash. On the contrary, he just went along with it like it was his new favorite nickname. Since then, all the newcomers have taken to calling him Master Maya Peepee, and Peepee Maya's as happy as a chocobo getting scratched behind the ears. To think he turned a deaf ear to one of his subordinates. That's a juicy rumor if I ever heard one. Okay, good to hear. Oh. Found another one. Other way, love.
Yeah.
Here she comes. Follow the bouncing Lalafell. Alright, let's talk to the cheery customer. That here in attendant, you say? If I recall, he left his post for a time to escort a customer someplace or another. Thought it odd to see no one manning the counter, but I suppose it happens from time to time. Or perhaps not. Uh-huh. Oh, hello! And babe, check over here.
I'm coming.
This wasn't here before, right?
Ooh, sparkly.
I thought so. You carefully survey the area. You have the sense that something currently hidden to your gaze was visible from a different angle. Or are you simply imagining things? Unsure whether or not the information you have gleaned will avail you, you nevertheless choose to record it in your journal. Your search has yielded all the pieces of the puzzle. It's now up to you to put them together. Alright. Let's head back to Wonder Square before... Or, not Wonder Square, you know. Wait, yeah, Wonder Square. Let's head back to Wonder Square West before we do this. Alright, before we even talk to Arya, whether it be on this tune or another, because I know there are multiple endings to this, let's check our evidence. Key items. Inspector's Journal. Here we go. So, let's start with our notes on the crime scene. According to the attendant handling mini Cacpot tickets at the time, there was nothing particularly unusual about the scene behind the counter before and after the incident, save for the larger than usual crowd on hand to take part in the festivities. Furthermore, the attendant was certain that no individuals other than fellow staff were seen behind the counter, as it would be instantly and blatantly obvious were a non-uniformed personage to breach this high-security location. According to a customer who happened to be observing the counter at the time, Hugh left his post briefly to show a guest around the floor. As far as the witness could see, no other staff came to fill the post during Hugh's absence. A sour-tempered sellsword charged with tracking down the stolen horn groused and grumbled that he has searched everywhere for the invaluable object, but cannot find it for the life of him. Surveying the general area of the crime scene, you cannot help but feel that objects visible from a certain angle might be hidden from sight when viewed from others. Could this be relevant somehow? Oh, it will. Anyway. A Lalafell attendant was in a panic upon discovering that their official uniform, a possession which Gold Saucer staff are instructed to protect with their lives, had gone missing and has yet to be recovered. He has searched high and low and asked fellow staff members if they had seen it, but to no avail. Furthermore, it would seem no missing items have been delivered to the lost and found yet today. A garrulous sellsword... Is that how you pronounce it? Garrulous? It's the words of a blabbering brass blade.
Garrulous.
A garrulous sellsword shared with you a story about Pipi Maya, a senior member of the Brass Blades involved in the investigation. Pipi Maya is an amiable fellow nicknamed Master Maya Pipi by his subordinates. As the man tells it, it is unthinkable that he would ever ignore a friendly greeting. The attendant was shocked and surprised to hear of the missing uniform, as the victim is a veteran employee widely known as one of the most careful and circumspect of all the Saucer staff. A junior member of the Brass Blades shared his disappointment and dismay at having invited Pipi Maya to the Chocobo races for some off-duty entertainment, only to have his superior brusquely rush off without even acknowledging the poor newcomer's words. Furthermore, his comrade mentioned that Pipi Maya has a brother who is widely known as one of the Saucer's most frequent patrons. I swear I can talk. And finally, some particularly talkative attendants were discussing Pipi Maya's brother, a Gold Saucer regular whose single-minded dedication to earning massive quantities of MGP has only intensified as of late. The latest rumors among the staff say that he set his sights on an invaluable prize. Furthermore, it would seem the sibling bears a striking resemblance to Pipi Maya himself, as one of the employees appears to have confused the two for each other. Alright, so, we have multiple endings of this, and we will do all three of them. So, if you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned, but if you're watching on YouTube and you want to see the endings, Click here to watch the ending where we totally F it up. Click here to watch the get Hugh off but don't find the culprit. And click here if you want to watch me go full Phoenix Wright on this bitch. We'll see you in a bit.